All right, it's currently a little past 4. Made it through TSA, security check. Waiting on my plane. Head to New York, Wrestlemania. Got my Red Bull. The title is with me. Ready to do this damn thing. It is going to be a long weekend. Was thinking about doing TakeOver tonight. Not gonna do that. But it will be a G1 Supercard at Madison Square Garden tomorrow night. And then WrestleMania all day on Sunday. It's gonna be an adventure. Okay, landed in Nashville, hillbilly capital of the world, where the livestock is scared. Stuck with like a 2-3 hour layover, something like that, till it's on to Jersey. And the rest of us in a nice long WrestleMania weekend. Looks kind of like a local Walmart around here.
Well, have a wonderful weekend too.
More shoes than teeth. And that's the airport. Yeah. All right, made it to New York. I'm in Manhattan today. Swear to God, I'm the only person who can ride a train in New York City and listen to a huge ad about wanting to travel to Lakeland. Just can't get away from that damn place. Heading to the Empire State Building right now. Having some pizza. Of course, went to a GameStop, and yeah, pretty much everything I've seen so far is like the entire city of Lakeland on one street. Eating pizza, which tastes like a lot of like Scotto's in the mall. Look across the street, see a Charlie's like in the mall. Look over next to it, there's a Hooters. Right next, and then see a bunch of backwater clothing stores like you see on Memorial Boulevard. Yeah, a lot of familiarity on one street. G1, amazing. Probably the best show I've actually attended. No bad matches. Not a one. It was really, really good. Being on the floor, I mean, popping huge for when Matt Taven won the world title, even when Okada won the IWGP heavyweight title. It was really, really, really good. So it's off to sleep. Another big day tomorrow with Mania. Alright, it is currently 9:30 in the morning on Monday. Would have liked to recorded after Wrestlemania last night, but thank you, New Jersey Transit System, that wasn't going to happen. Between them trying to charge $100 for Uber and Lyft rides back to my hotel after only paying like $20 to get there, I had to stand in a long train line for like, let's say about an hour and a half, 2 hours, where at one point it started to rain in the cold. So I'm expecting to be sick at some point. Just to get to a train station that was where all the trains were closed, just to take an actual affordable Uber back to my hotel. Which really put a damper on the whole WrestleMania thing. It just really kind of soured me on the whole night. Which was between the crappy seats that I ended up getting, which I didn't even think were that crappy, and even they did, I'm like, oh well, I'll just go down and stand and watch it at a restaurant like I did in Orlando. Don't know how a college stadium can have restaurants and a pro NFL stadium doesn't. Don't understand that at all. But finally get to go home to Florida. Never thought I'd be so happy for that. New York is fine. New York was great. Manhattan was gorgeous. Beautiful, fun time that day out in Manhattan. But Jersey sucks. Jersey's like,
the Orlando of states. It's just the worst. Everything looks like a ghetto. Its transit system is just weird. You know, they don't have any real, like, they don't know how to even do a map. It's just really crazy, and it looks like I got a little sunburn. Oh, wow. It is what it is. I mean, I saw a WrestleMania show as a whole. If I'd have sat down and watched it on TV, it would have been very enjoyable. A lot of great moments. I mean, I popped like crazy when the Iconics won the women's tag titles. I thought that would be reserved for like Kofi or Becky, but I was totally not expecting the Iconics to win. Like I tell everybody, I would have loved to see it. We were all talking there in the crowd, and I said I would love to see it, but I don't expect it. I expect Sasha and Bayley to retain, and yeah, it's like, and I just expected them to retain. And when the Iconics won, I crazy popped over it. I still had a pretty crazy pop during Kofi when he won. But by the time the whole main event thing, I was tired. I was worried about getting home because I had already started to check Uber prices and seeing they were $60 and climbing. And, you know, I kind of wanted to get out of there as soon as the main event was over. So unfortunately, I didn't really I gave a little pop for Becky, and like I said, my throat was starting to hurt. I'm already feeling a little scratchy. I don't know if that's from all the yelling this weekend or the fact that I was stuck in 2 hours out in a pretty, cold line. I mean, it wasn't that cold until the rain started. And like the last 45 minutes, a half hour, we were pretty much in a full-blown rain. And so I don't know if it's possibly getting sick from that, or just the fact that I've been screaming like crazy all weekend. A lot of screaming at the Supercard, and some good pops during WrestleMania, and a lot of screaming at heckling in the line at the train. We were doing it pretty good. I think my calling is I really should have been a New Yorker, because I'm a big as asshole as all these other guys. We're all getting along fabulously. But I'm about to catch my plane back home shortly. Sleep in my own bed tonight, which is going to be great. And watch my nice big TV. And yeah,